What's up, everybody? Welcome to Indie Game Business. I'm Indy. We are in the September 2024 Indie Game Business Sessions. We've got 2 days of amazing content for you. So please tune in. If you got any questions, just pop them up on the screen. We're going to let each person give their presentation. And then I'll come back, or our Ash will come back on screen, and we will field these questions. So we have 2 days full of stuff. First person we have is David Masani, and he is talking about unlocking success, the crucial role of PR. Super important. Crucial role of PR in indie game sales. Here we go. There you go. Welcome, David. How are you doing?
Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm really good. It's cold here, but it's everything cool. I'm excited to be here.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right. So here's his presentation: Unlocking Success, a crucial role of PR in indie game sales. Take it away.
Yeah. Thank you. So welcome everyone again. I'm Davide. Thank you for joining me today. I'm here to present and thrilled to present Unlocking Success, the crucial role of PR in indie game sales, because yes, PR are crucial, let's say. But before starting with me, I would like to show you this introduction. This introduction is PR drive visibility and marketing drive sales. Please let's keep it in mind, because this is really important. I don't explain it right now. We're going to do it during the conversation, and we will come at the end. But PR drive visibility, marketing drive sales. We will explore the connection between PR, marketing, and visibility and sales as well. Before start, I would say that you will see the slides here. But if you're doing cooler stuff, please just do and listen to me, because what you're going to see is just guideline. So not to lose the flow, I'm going to read something I prepared for you, and I can share with you at the end of everything, on the end of the story, if you like it. So, who I am. I don't want to know you with this, but of course it's important to give you a bit of context of why I'm talking about PR and marketing. You can find me like that on LinkedIn, and of course it would be there will be also a QR code at the end of the presentation. I'm Davide Misani. I'm from Milan, from Italy. I suppose you can hear it. And I'm PR and marketing manager. At the moment in the gaming industry, I'm PR manager for Games Branding. That is a company from Denmark. We are let's say PR brand and communication company, which help games studios, AA, AAA, but at the moment mainly focus on indie game studios to gain their visibility. And I'm also marketing manager for Gigabet, that one you see also in this slide. That is another story, because Gigabet is a huge brand into the gaming tech industry. So that's why I'm talking about PR, but that's also why I'm related to marketing as well, and try to connect those two topics. So let's start. What is PR? Because this is actually maybe the crucial part. PR is public relation. Okay, PR stands for public relation, and actually it really is all about relation. We will go a bit deeper into that. We will understand that, but it's really, believe me, it's really about relations. And it's about managing the communication between an organization and its public to build a positive image. I would say from an organization like Games Branding, for instance, I'm working with, and media, but also if you're into company that handle communication also between sometimes studios and media, so it can be other part. Unlike marketing, as I mentioned before, which often involves paid promotion, PR focuses on media and reputation management. So with public relation, your role, the role of the public relation is to create a good image, but normally you shouldn't pay for that. This is a matter of marketing. PR, in fact, helps in shaping how your game is perceived by the public and the media, the perception and your branding and how they think about you. It's about creating and maintaining a favorable image through strategic communication, because it is like that, strategic communication. And this is very important, I must say, also because of my activity, day-to-day work life, for indie developers, as a PR can amplify the voice is in this crowded marketplace, because yes, it is crowded and we all know that. So let's jump into the landscape. So a bit of the landscape that will help us to understand where we are at the moment, because in the past, probably there were different media, several different media, like more printed media, or for instance, people used to attend a bit more local events, like E3, for instance. So it was a bit different, not so much we will see, but a bit different. In today's digital age, instead, PR is the gaming industry has evolved significantly. Then moving away from the traditional media, let's say, towards online platforms and influencer-driven strategy. Also influencer, because we will talk about influencer strategies as well. For indie developers, this shift opens up new opportunities to gain visibility, but it also comes with a bit of challenges. It's an opportunity because online stuff is accessible, but also has challenges as well. And we will see which kind of. The key players at the moment in this new PR landscape are gaming websites, social media, streamers, and influencers. So I think we all know who we are talking about. Who holds sway over large engaged audiences. Influencers, for instance, move larger audiences really, really often. And these digital channels can be incredibly powerful tools for indie games as well, providing opportunities to reach players directly without relying on a large advertising budget, because it's a matter of budget. We all know that. This mainly is the challenge for indie game studios and indie games in general, the budget. Because with limited budgets, indie developers may struggle to compete with larger studios, with AAA studios that have more resources to invest and to spread their image. But I would say that also bigger studios, AAA studios, also have their own internal sector business which take care of this. Indie studios have this challenge because they normally don't have the budget, the time to care to invest on marketing. Here's where the opportunity come in. So indie developers can focus on their unique stories and authenticity to differentiate themselves. So there is kind of unique selling points that indie devs can share to outstand from the crowd. Understanding this landscape, in fact, with the key influencer are where your audience hangs out online, and how to tell a genuine story is crucial for crafting a PR strategy that breaks through the noise. This is really important. So we need to know who we are talking with, where they are, and how to talk with them. This is crucial because, in fact, there is a strategy, of course, as per everything, every job, every role, everything, a structure and strategy, I would say as well. But you need to be as well a bit more empathetic. You need empathy to do this, especially if you have not enough budget to do that. So by learning into this PR tactics, indie developers can effectively build visibility and credibility. But now, after the landscape, let's jump into why PR matters. I think you somehow already understood this, but so then why? PR is not only just PR goes beyond the launching your game. It's about shaping the long-term identity and reputation of your brand. Identity and reputation. It's not when you are launching your day. It's not about only about the date they want, launch date, the Steam Next Fest. It's not only that. For any games, especially, this is crucial because PR transforms a game from a simple release into a memorable, recognizable brand. So it's not only a method of releasing things, it's not so mechanical. This focus on distinctive visual and strong storytelling as well, which we are going to explain a bit more, explore a bit more, created buzz and built passionate fan base. Turning both games in standouts, it's not ever, not always, I would say, but this is the strategy. So by focusing on this, we can greater visibility, okay, attract media attention and build a dedicated fan base. In a competitive market, PR can be your secret weapon or turning game into a lasting brand. I think you don't hear me. Sorry.
What are you saying there, David?
Yeah. I mean, sorry, my headphone. I don't know. Okay, sometimes can turn off. Okay.
No, we hear you. You're good.
Super. So, I was saying that in this competitive market, PR can be your secret weapon for turning your game into a lasting brand. Remind this because it's a weapon, PR. So, let's jump now into the crafting compelling narratives. If my headphones just turn off, please just say me and I turn on. I don't know why actually, but yeah. The power of storytelling. So we're talking about storytelling. Storytelling is a crucial aspect of a game, of a narrative. You know, especially if you are an indie studio and you are creating an indie game. Why? A compelling narrative is one of the most powerful tools in PR. It's not just about mechanics, as I said before, of the game, but it's about the story that surrounds it. A strong narrative, in fact, gives journalists and influencer and all the stakeholders involved something to connect with and share, making your game more memorable and impactful. You should, for let's say for a story, a good story to stand out, you should consider, of course, there is a strategy, there is a structured strategy, but you can also think about what is meaningful for you and share it with the audience. But it should be as long as possible authentic, relatable, and unique. Authentic because, as you already know, audiences value genuine stories. Everyone values genuine stories. So share the real experiences beyond a game's development, whether it's a personal struggles, creative inspiration, or beyond the scene challenges. Because yes, it works. Explain a bit more about who you are, what you are doing, instead of just talking about the game and the mechanics. Relatable, your narrative should resonate with your audience. So your narrative should match the audience needs. We can say it like that. Whether it's your for instance, which themes in your game or your genre will your players connect with most. And unique because I like that makes your game different. Whether your art style, gameplay mechanics, or personal journey, if you develop a team, a unique angle helps your game stand out in a crowded market. And so, focusing on these elements, you turn your game from a product into a story. This is a key point. Turn from a product to a story. One that people want to play, share, engage with. This is how storytelling becomes a key driver in your PR strategy. Because yeah, we shouldn't forget that a game is a game. It's a game as a skeleton. So tech part, art part, gameplay. So there are mechanics, of course, should be itself enjoyable, funny, we can say as well. But you need to balance everything. If you are able to create a story, because we are these times we are more into stories instead of than before. Let's see, and Netflix and everything correlated as well. So this is the key point: create a story. And I would also say that it's, and we come into what I'm trying to share with you. It's a kind of sell your story. So this is the first point of match between PR and marketing. It's all about selling your story, selling yourself as well. So your company, so your indie game, then your story. It's about selling. You can do it by yourself as well if you're doing personal branding, but that's it. So for instance, if your game has not so enjoyable mechanics, I hope no, of course, because otherwise why I should play a game. But let's say that in this case you are not able to provide the audience enjoyable mechanics. Just push your best thing. For instance, you have a cool art style, and that's the way you have to go, especially with media, especially with public relation. And that's the case of a couple of case study I want to bring to you that actually more than case studies are example. I'm talking about Greece game and Cuphead. I think mostly all of you played Cuphead, enjoyed Cuphead, and know Cuphead. Greece, I'm not sure about that, but I hope for you, yes, because it's really, really, really enjoyable and cool game. Let's take Greece, for instance. The visually stunning game uses its artistic narrative to capture the attention of both media and players. And Greece wasn't just about the gameplay. I played, believe me, the gameplay was really good, but I didn't play it for the gameplay. It was only mostly about the visual, okay, and the art style. So the game's PR strategy focuses heavily on the unique undrawn art and its emotional stories, which connected the audiences looking for different experience, artistic, deeper. Like Cuphead. Cuphead, it's another indie game I would like to mention because, it's 1930s cartoon-inspired art style, and which immediately set apart from other games. We all can see and understand Cuphead. We can feel like Cuphead is something unique at the moment, more than Grease, I would say. And the developers, in fact, highlighted the detailed hand-drawn animation in Cuphead, which gave the game a nostalgic and artistic feeling. This unique visual style caught the media attention and helped make Cuphead go viral. If you think about Cuphead at the moment, you should, it's not only a game. I make you an example. I really played and enjoyed Cuphead, but Cuphead, in my very personal opinion, it's for kind of hardcore gamer. I'm far from an hardcore gamer, but I played a lot because that art style came to me so, and I had to do that. And now they are also into transmedia storytelling, because now you can also read Cuphead as a comic. You can also watch Cuphead as a series on Netflix. So they, in fact, created a world brand. What I'm trying to say here that is these two games pushed not on mechanics, also if there are good mechanics, of course, but more on art style, and that's the case they succeeded. So what they have in common, these two games? Both games has a unique art style. Okay, so distinctive visual. Greece with undrawn art, Cuphead with the 1930s. A strong narrative which came in highlighted its emotional and artistic storytelling as well. And the media attention they got. Both use the unique features to attract extensive media coverage. That's what we are talking about. They push it on the artistic style, even if, of course, I repeat it again, especially for Cuphead, they have a strong gameplay as well. Not for me, I'm not an algo gamer. But now, let's jump, into the effective media outreach that is the core of this session. Because yeah, I'm introducing you and we are talking about storytelling, PRs, but if I was a studio, for instance, I would ask to myself, okay, but now what can I do, okay, to push my game, to let media people know about my game? So that's where we are, building a media list. This is the starting point, because when you are creating a PR campaign or you are trying to get the attention, you normally need to do some steps. Okay, for sure, the first one is building a media list. Creating a targeted media list is essential for reaching the right outlets and increasing the chances of gaining coverage. Not every journalist or media outlet is the same. Now we are going to explain it. So understanding their relevance and influence helps you tailor your approach for the best results. So start by researching media outlets that regularly cover indie games or your game's genre. So let's start research for similar games to Cuphead, similar games to Grease. Okay. There are tools, of course, like Google Advanced Research that may help in research, and LinkedIn that may as well support in contacting media and journalists. So journalists, you should research for journalists who have written about similar indicators. Okay, as well. I'm here again. Okay, so journalists who have written about similar indie titles, outlets that consistently cover indie game releases, and influencers and streamers with audiences that align with your game's theme or mechanics. Here we can talk about it a bit more, because you need to exactly know who are you looking for and why and where. That's how we build a media list. Once you have that list, categorize contacts based on their tier and prioritize outreach based on relevance and impact. Aware targeted media, in fact, list ensures that your pitch reach the right people, increasing your chances of gaining media coverage. This is really important, because talking about media, we can categorize them into tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. It's not the same for everyone and for everywhere in the world, because I make you an example. Tier 1 media are high profile mainstream outlets with massive audiences, like for instance IGN. Tier 2 media are smaller but still influential audiences within niche markets or specialized gaming space. And tier 3 are, for the majority of the time, smaller blogs, indie games website, or even more personal gaming channels, or with dedicated but niche followings. What I'm trying to say here is that IGN, for instance, pay attention, because IGN, for instance, can be a tier 1 media, yes, in the world, but not if you are looking for a specific country. It may be. Let's go deeper into this. IGN, okay, it's good in general, but for instance, I'm covering Italy, of course, as a market as well. And in Italy, IGN, hope they are not listening to me, actually, is not so into the industry, the media industry. They are not so involved, like, for instance, other media that they exist only here in Italy, that are more engaging, and they has more unique visitor per month. So larger audiences. So it's always a matter of research and to verify also by tools that I can share with you later if a media is a tier one in that country. Because when you are doing a PR campaign, you shouldn't do it for all the globe. Yes, you should do, but you should research and concentrate on each country because each country is really different. So IGN, even if IGN is exists in in each country, for instance, or kind of, it is possible that it's not so active, it's not so important in that country. Okay, that's my experience I want to share with you. So, for instance, in Italy, IGN is not a tier one. It is, but not like others, let's say. So, let's talk about how to approach them. I mean, journalists in general, this is something that need to be understood for each media, I would say. They are full of emails. They are full of things to do. So, especially for tier ones, you need to be careful because they receive tons of emails. So your approach should be uh, more personalized. You have to talk with that people, and you have also to follow up to that people because they receive tons of those. Actually, this approach that may not work for tier 3, for instance, because tier 3 are a bit more free sometimes, so they want to collaborate a bit more and they are more likely open to cover your game, your news and everything. You also have to treat them in a kind way because this is an important learning I got in my experience with my company because that journalist, that guy that you are treating well, you are talking well, you are collaborating with, that has just started a tier 3 media, so a new media, can be your next tier 1 media. This is really, really, really important because if you have a good collaboration with a tier 3 media, after a year, can be your new tier 2, tier 1 media. And you know what's be the good thing about this collaboration? You can guess. And it happened to me as well. Maybe not from tier 3 to tier 1, but from tier 3 from to tier 2. That's happened. That's happened. And it's really good. So always be kind and also always personalize your email when you write because something generic, it's not good for them. So by targeting the right media, we are talking about and crafting well thought out personalized pitches, you can build a PR strategy that leads to meaningful coverage and builds awareness around your game. So this is a bit more structured way approach, but also if there is a rule in approaching media in the sense, you need to feel it. Like I said before, public relation is all about relation. So if you think that there is something meaningful for you and the relation you are building with a journalist, do it. Ask it. There is no problem. Ask it. Keep pushing, not pushing, annoying him, but just try to create that relation. Now let's jump to crafting the perfect pitch because okay, we are talking about creating a media list, how to contact it, but what's a perfect pitch? An effective pitch is essential to grab the attention of busy journalists. As I said before, they receive tons of emails, and it's quite difficult sometimes, even if you have a good, very good game, to stand up from the crowd. So to stand out, your mail needs to be structured, personalized, and highlight the unique aspects for your game. Generic pitches, believe me, often go unnoticed, and you won't get a reply on that. So it's crucial to tailor each one to the recipient. Key components, in my personal opinion, for a strong pitch email are catchy subject line, the first one, because you know your subject line should be short, specific, and intriguing. It's the first thing a journalist sees when you receive the emails. There are a lot of emails, so you need to put yourself into their shows and think, okay, I see a lot of emails. I need that short part that really interests me. Personalized introduction. Okay, address the journalists by name and reference their previous work or interest in similar games. It works. It really works. So, for instance, if I'm your journalist, you should find an article I wrote before on similar games uh, um, for your game you are promoting, and you will say, "Hi, Davide. How are you? You know, I'm Exception Z. I found your article about this game. You know what? My game is kind of similar because of this, and here you have the time to push on your narrative, your storytelling. Be concise with the game description. 3 lines, it's enough. Describe your game briefly, but highlight what makes it unique, as I said before, and clear call to action. Because when you are writing an email, when they receive an email, they can simply guess, okay, so what should I do? Thanks for the news, but what should I do? Of course, their work is to share it, but why should they share it? So, and your mail with a specific simple request, whether you are offering a review copy, exclusive access, or an interview, make it easy for the journalist to understand what you want and how they can respond. This is really crucial. So, for instance, you can conclude your pitch saying, I'm really happy. You will really warm my heart, for instance, if you are able to share this news with your audience, with your players, with your readers. Put the attention of their audience, not on them as a media. So because I think they really appreciate, and you know what? If you are starting and creating and maintaining a good relationship, sometimes it always help if you say something like, "It really means for me this game," because it happens that also tier one's media make you a favor, and it's cool when they do it because uh, you got it, it's your role and you establish something. But you, of course, if you have good powers, you have a lot of responsibility, as Spider-Man said. So please avoid generic emails. This is important. Generic emails will go to spam in the bad case, or ignore it the best way. So mass non-personalized pitches often get ignored by them. Tailoring each pitch to the journalist's specific interests and audience that you are, I mean, okay? Interest and audience so that you are value their work and increase the likelihood of response. You need to put in their shoes, so they need to know that you take care of them. You're not just mass emailing, you're not just pushing things. Okay, you care about them and their work. And now let's jump into follow-up strategies. That is the last part of this effective media outreach. And I would like to share with you that actually I don't like to follow up because it's kind of, I don't want to annoy people. If I receive a follow up, I get like, oh, I don't want to need it. It's stressing. But I understood in my experience, and of course, it's part of the strategies as well. So it's not up to me, but it is like that. It really works to follow up simply because what we explained before, they are full of emails, they are full of events, games, studios to cover, to talk about, planning, schedule. So please follow up. But if you are not, if you're afraid to follow up, as I've been before once, just ask to your media. So it's all about, again, creating a relation with them. Ask them, what do you prefer? That I follow up in a day, 2 day, the next week. Don't receive the follow up because I received a lot of feedbacks. There was a media that reply me, don't follow up to me because I read everything, and if I don't share, it's because I don't like. Super, that's it. I got what I wanted. But another media, for instance, a tier one media, both were tier one media, replied to me, yes, please follow up each time and do it by WhatsApp. So, it's wow. It's only you should only ask and you get the reply. So don't be afraid. Why follow-up matters in general? Visibility ensures your pitch is overlooked in the flood of emails, as I said before. Persistence, so show genuine interest and increases response chances, as I said before. Relationship building helps establish and maintain your professional connection, as I said before as well, because PR are related to relation. Today it's a bit more difficult because we are in an online world. We all work remotely, so it would be cool to meet media journalists, people at events. It should be like that, actually. My very personal suggestion in that way, in that regard, are always be polite. So maintain a friendly tone to avoid coming across as pushy, as I already mentioned before. Always be polite, because that tier 3 that now has 600 audience, the most followers, one day may have 1 million. So always be polite, because we are only humans, we are people, and we remind things, so how each other talk. The timing, so do it after, normally it depends of the strategy, of course, but do it the first time, the first follow-up after 1 day, because a news, it's a news, and after 2 days, it's not a news anymore, especially if you're talking about indie games. But of course, you don't have to be pushy, so ask them if they like it. And the second, I would suggest, in my personal experience, 1 week. It's okay for that. Be brief, so keep the follow-ups short and focus on reminding them, not repeating the full pitch. So don't take the same emails and resend it. Just reply to the email, remove the RE part, so leave the title and say, hey, you know what, did you have the chance to see this email I sent you yesterday? It's only because this and this. That's it. You don't have to repeat anything more, and offer new info. It's possible. So for instance, at the end of this little brief, just ask, I remind you, for instance, that there are keys to try my game, to review my game, to preview my game. Are you interested? We have interviews opportunity. Do you want to, if you are, of course, a game studio, your own game studio, you can say, do you want an interview with us, game keys to try, to share, and everything. So that's it about the effective media outreach. Yeah, my very personal suggestion on this topic is really to feel it, because even if there are strategies, as I showed, the relation is the most important part. Try to get in contact by other channels, not only emails, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, for instance, or Skype, or whatever it works for you and them as well. Don't be afraid about that, because I was actually, but they told me don't do that. So in my very past experience. Now let's jump into a little last part related to building and sustaining community interest. That actually it's more related to community managers, because yeah, PR is a vertical role into the communication business, let's say. But in larger companies, of course, as you may know, there also are more specific roles, like community manager for the community engagement, social media manager for the social media engagement, PR manager, influencers manager as well, talent manager in case of agencies. But in this case, I just quickly want to remind why community is important. So building a strong community is a key to a long-term success, because PR extends beyond launch. Creating lasting connection with your audience, engaging your community keeps your game relevant and growing. So community engagement enhances PR efforts and sustains long-term interest by connecting with your audience through social media, forums, gaming events, establish a loyal fan base. Involving players in the process through fan art contents or user-generated contents in general, contents create a sense of inclusion, excitement, and deeper connection. A committed community provides valuable feedback and creates user-generated content, as I said before, acting and advocates who have both visibility and maintain ongoing passion for your game. This is something we actually do in our company for little studio, for indie studios, because in my opinion, it should be like that. But I always thought like if it was my opinion, because I feel like that. Games are nothing without gamers. If no one want to play your games, you failed everything. You're not doing that as a piece of art for yourself. You need to sell it. So involve your community, especially in the process. It's really important and good for you. We supported tons of studios get the right feedback from the community and correct their path or create a bit of engagement buzz to the social media. You should do that also, because especially because they are the core of the game, of your activity. And so keeping that interest alive after the launch is just as important as the initial release, for what I explained before. So ongoing engagement ensures your game remains relevant and exciting. So you are keeping keeping boosting your game, and people will see that each week, each month, on the social media, on the media, everywhere. So it may be regular updates, so new content and community events help sustain player interest and excitement. I would say if you have in your company a community manager, so a dedicated person for that purpose, probably it's a bit better. Otherwise, could be a chaos. But it's my very personal opinion as well. User-generated content, so like fan art or gameplay video, keeps your game in the spotlight and fosters community involvement. It's like to say it's a bit of gamification strategy. So try to gamify the process. What do I do for you, content creator, if you create buzz for my game? Something to the game, some coins, new levels. I put you on my social media page if you have enough followers to sell, of course. And long-term PR planning. So continue interaction, ensure your games stays visible, and attract new players, as I said before as well. So by constantly engaging community, you maintain momentum and set the stage for long-term success. Sorry. And so here we are, because it's, here we see her with a conclusion recap of takeaways. So at this point, to summarize, we have discussed the importance of understanding the PR landscape, crafting compelling narratives, effective media outreach, that it's a toolkit, well, let's say, I like to share with you, and building a loyal community. The strategies can significantly enhance your game visibility and success, as you might have understood at the moment. So key takeaways I want to share with you at the last point are, for the understand the PR landscape. So leverage digital platforms and influencer to boost your game visibility. Craft compelling narratives, mandatory. Create authentic and engaging stories that resonate with both media and players. They need to feel part of your process. Effective media outreach. Build a targeted media list and tailor your pitches to increase your chance of coverage. Because yes, you can also go to your good contact, and it may be also a tier 1 contact, and ask a favor. Please, let's share this news for the studio or me if you are friends. But it's easier if you have a target list, because you have a grab, you know what to say to them, and it works. It really works. once it happened to me, the a media didn't share a news, and I followed up to them sharing the link and the name of the journalist that covered that game before, and after half an hour the game was online. Build and sustain a loyal community, engage your audience, and maintain momentum post launch with updates, new content, and activities that keep them involved. It can be DLCs, new levels, whatever you want. So, embracing PR as a core component of the strategy can significantly impact the game's success. We may have understood that. Public relations isn't just an add-on. Of course, I am a PR manager; it's my job, so I don't want to push on that. But public relations isn't just an add-on; it's a strategic tool that can drive visibility, shape perception, and build a strong fan base. Implementing the strategy turns PR into proactive force. And so don't wait for the perfect momentum to start. Being integrated with PR as far as you know. Of course, what I want to say and to share finally with you is that if you are in the studio, you can, of course, think, yeah, but I don't have money to do that. Except for the fact that I share with you something that you can, I think, do by yourself. But here we come with the last final part. You don't have money to buy a PR strategy. Let's say buy a PR strategy, but you need it to get the money from investors. So it's a circle, and there we are with the last slide. That is not this, but it's this. So we talk about PR drives visibility, marketing drive sales, but visibility leads to sales. This is the key point I've learned in my experience, especially attending events, that I really wanted to share with you. Because if you are able to invest on your visibility, visibility will lead to sales. Imagine you are a little in the studio, you need to go to a publisher or an investor. You go with your game. What do you think they will go with as a first thing? Probably to Google it or to do some research. And what if they don't see anything about your game? And what if instead they see something about your game? I think that if you think about yourself, if we think about ourselves, and we have money or resources to invest, or simply we want to invest on something, we are more likely open to invest on something that it's not so in the air, but there is. So here we are with the core. If you invest on your visibility, if media are talking about your game, and the publisher or investor is researching for your game online, and we see something, probably they are more open to invest on you. And you know what? This PR thing can be also used for yourself, for us, because I think that we all are PR managers of for ourselves. You are PR manager for your branding, from your profile, for your LinkedIn. It's the same when you are working on your branding as a professional, and you are going to an HR or a company to get hired. It's the same. What if they don't see anything as your the profile CVs? And what if instead they see you have a good LinkedIn profile page, experiences to show, and everything? So, in the end, because yes, we are in the end, PR drive visibility, marketing drive sales, but visibility leads to sales. And thank you, everyone. It's time to Q&A, I think.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was good. So if you want to go ahead and you can unshare your presentation, then we can be up
Yeah.
on stage. And yeah, anybody, if you got questions, I've got questions already. I've got questions queued up for them. But it looks like we do have some questions coming in, so that's awesome. This is from the real Bob Newman from YouTube. First off, he says Sharky sends his best. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but Thank you,
No,
Charlie.
me neither.
Okay. So his question, what advice would you have to introverts that don't want to do PR?
Ah, wow. This is a really cool question because yes, I never been into that in that side, I would say, but probably I would say that if you start and you start by today, it's a good day to do that because we are all online and we work remotely. So even if I told before that the best thing to do is to talk with to people and meet them, I think that you can even start contacting them by emails. And when you are behind a screen, you don't see the face of each other. You are done talking like I'm doing at the moment. So something can interrupt you and say you or ask you something. It's a bit secure for you to start. So my advice could be just start and use what works best for you because using emails simply helps you. You don't need to put your face on that. You just have to write, contact them. You don't need to meet them, and it's a starting. Actually, at my starting, I started like that. I think I made kind of 6 months just emailing and so talking remotely and don't see anything. But after that, I decided to meet them. So I organized a schedule at a meeting. But my opinion and my advice is just start and start in the way you feel best with.
That's good advice.
I hope I reply.
That's good advice. That's good advice. Okay, this is from Brother 8 on YouTube. What are some of the best resources for building a press influencer list if you don't have one? Hard work.
Hard work. Yeah,
Hard
yeah,
work.
yeah, 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 yeah. You are right. You are right. You are really right. I would say hard work, yes, is the best way to do it because there are a lot of tools online that can support you in building lists and everything. But at the moment, I'm not so old, but at the moment, I think that the best way to proceed is just to do it manually by yourself. It's the best way. No ChatGPT, no EA, even if I use it for my job, in this case, will help. So, for instance, I created my own Excel list. I think everyone can create Excel lists with columns and all the stuff, colors and flags, and just put one by one. You don't have to research everything, but I give you an advice actually that I think it works. If you really are starting from the scratch, think about, for instance, a game that it's common this last year. I don't know. When I started, for instance, it was God of War. I don't remember which God of War, but God of War. Let's take God of War. You can type it on Google, and you go on the news part. Okay, so God of War, Google news part. All the ones that show up, you can put one by one, scan it, and you can see, okay, this is a relevant media. Is that a media or is that specific media, gaming media, not related media? If you like it, if you think it's a good medium, just put the link into your sheet and start like this. After that, when you have 10, 12, 50 media, I hope, you can navigate, explore it, and go a bit deeper. So try to figure out who wrote that article about God of War. Take the name, put it into the list, and if you can, go to the contact part of the website and just take all the contacts, all the emails, put in your list. After that, you create the email, your template, because it could be a template. Of course, you have to personalize it, but the core could be a template. And then you write, I'm Exception Zeta. I'm a studio. I'm a gamer. I need this, this, and this. I want to be in contact. Sorry, don't say I need this. Say I want to be in contact because of this. This is something you can do to start. Actually, is what I've done. Hope it helps.
Yeah, like, and when contacting influencers, don't send out like a template thing saying, "Oh, I love your stream," because that's the standard thing.
Yeah.
Like, uh, I mean, I would much rather, if somebody is sending out a mass email list, I would rather somebody say, "I'm sending this as a bulk email list." You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
I would rather someone just be totally transparent instead of saying, "Oh, I love your stream," and then it's a that just doesn't even
Yeah,
make sense.
it should always be like personalizing. I would also add a little thing about influencer and media because I think I didn't mention before. There is a little difference, or maybe a huge difference. It depends because at the moment, media are hungry with news. So the exchange money is the news. If you they don't share news, they won't survive in the most of the times. But influencer, it's a bit different. They are more open to ask you. They normally ask for a fee or payment or something. Not all the cases, of course. It depends of the game. It depends of what you can exchange with them in terms of exclusivity. But there is still at the moment this little difference. So the money, because to engage with influencers, sometimes you need at least a fee. Not all the times, but sometimes yes. With the media, you still can push with the news fact.
Right,
I
right, for
did,
sure.
yeah, I don't know if you agree on that, but
Yeah, for sure. And like with influencers, it's like reaching out to larger influencers, they're going to want money.
yeah,
But so it might be ideal to reach out to a bunch of smaller influencers. But then again, as an influencer or Twitch streamer or whatever, I would much rather get an email that said, "Hey, I've got this huge list of streamers and you're on it. So I'm sending this out as a bulk email and I hope that you receive it well." Instead of some thing that says, "I really love your stream because
yeah,
da 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 da." Da." It's like, I know you didn't watch my stream. So don't tell me that. So
yeah,
just be transparent. Okay, we've got, let's see, it's 8:57 on my time.
yeah.
Thank you so much for that, brother. That was a really good question. Here we go. This is from Surf Monk on YouTube. Hi, you talked about Cuphead. What was the other game you also discussed as an example for crafting compelling narrative?
Yeah, it was Greece. GRAS. Greece. Can I write it in comment or something?
Yeah,
But
write it in the comments there. I think you should be able to type in that.
yeah, wait. No, I can connect.
Oh, that's private chat. Let's see.
Yeah, but
Oh,
anyway,
great.
it's
GRIS. I'll type it
yeah,
in the
I
chat. G R
yeah,
I S.
and it's a name. It's a game created by Nomada Studio from Spain.
Mm,
You can play it on well, you can play it actually on Xbox Game Pass as well, but I played on Nintendo Switch. It's really it's amazing because yeah, the cool part of that game is they really painted everything with their
mm.
hands. It's you know, that's it. That's a good point.
All right. So here, I've got a question.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is for you personally. I mean, I love indie games. I love indie games. I've got so many indie games. I play indie games quite a bit. But right now, I'm playing Helldivers. Helldivers 2. I love it. I think it's awesome. What is your favorite game that you're playing right now?
In general, or at the moment, because at the moment, well, yeah, I used to play a little game. I don't know how you can find it, but it's called uh, a short hike. A short
Uh-huh.
hike. Do you know? It's a little penguin. That's it. Is going around an island. It's so relaxing. So I played it because I needed a bit of relaxing. It was, you know, it's really a great game that actually crafted by a solo developer, I think, because I couldn't fight him.
Uh-huh.
So, but one of my favorite games, yeah, um, a short hike. But also, I really love Little Nightmares.
Uh-huh.
Little Nightmares for me, it's a wonderful game. I don't actually know if we can categorize it as an indie game. Maybe not anymore, but yeah, it's a great game because I like suspense, horror, and thriller, and Yeah, that's great. Also for the graphic, maybe you may understand that I like graphics in general in games,
Right.
probably.
I just Helldivers is just such a dopamine. Like even if you
Yeah,
lose, you have fun, right? And then also
yeah.
I'm playing Balatro. I really like Balatro.
I really
Balatro is
enjoy
awesome, but it
Helldivers.
makes me so mad.
Uh, uh, uh. I really enjoy Helldivers as well, but the first chapter, so the one you saw in the from the top down, you know. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the
but
for
really,
Helldivers 1. Yeah,
yeah,
Helldivers 2 is awesome. They just nerf some stuff and but it's awesome. I love it. I think it's super fun. And well,
oh,
I'm
it
I'm
is.
I'm I'm not super high level. I'm level 56 or something. But what I like to do is I like to drop in on level 1 people and give them a bunch of cool stuff. Here you go. It's like I'm here to help you, and then I
Yeah,
give them like the awesome stuff that
yeah,
I
yeah,
brought
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's just fun. Well, thank you so much. Oh, we appreciate you so much. This is the very first,
The very
uh,
first.
very first. You were number one, so no pressure on you.
No, no,
Next,
no.
next we've got Peshman Mirza Bebeo. I'm not sure I pronounced that correctly, but strategies and tools in playtesting with limited resources. That's super important. So thank you so much, David. If you have any more questions, right, jump on over to
Mhm.
our Discord, everybody. It's
Yeah,
discord.gg/indie game business. And then there is a category there called September 2024 IGB sessions. David, you can go on over there. You can actually jump in the voice chat if you want
sure.
in the post session hangout. You don't have to, but there's a post session chat. So if you got other questions or want to talk anything PR related, jump on over there. And next, Pesherman and Ash. Ash will be here. So everyone say hi to Ash when she jumps in. I want to see the chat just go, hi, Ash, hi, Ash, hi, Ash. All right. Thank you.